You talked about it. I think everybody saw it. It is fun to watch when it is just when the elements are that absurd. It's fun to watch. How was it playing in it?
It was shocking how cold it was. And it wasn't like, because you're in you're by the heaters, you're in the locker room. Then when you go out on the field, it's like the temperature just drops right now, and you feel it in your hands, you feel it in your toes, your face. Like, everyone saw Coach Reed's stash. Like, I could feel my mustache hardening up. It was shocking how cold it was. And that was probably the first game I'd ever caught myself, like, even during a drive, like if I got taken out for a play, like running over to the heaters to like warm up my hands and my like feet to try and get feeling back. Like, it was that freaking cold.
Yeah, we're going to get right to the cold portion. It was the fourth coldest game in NFL history with a negative 27-degree wind chill. The temperature, just ambient, was -4. It was incredible. What were guys doing to combat? So were you guys using hand warmers, feet warmers?
I know some guys that they use some heat warmers on their hands in the pockets.
Did anyone put them in their shoes? Did people put them in?
Yeah,
dude, that's when you know it's cold.
They also that can backfire. You know,
in what way? It can burn you.
I'm not going to say who it was, but one of the guys ended up putting double socked it up.
Double socked. Okay.
Foot warmer on top, and then inside the shoe, and then spatted his shoe.
Okay.
So you got pressure kind of pushing down on it. Ended up getting like 2 golf-sized blisters on the top of his feet.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was just like, looking at it, I was like, damn, dude, that had to hurt the entire fucking game. Did you not feel it?
Right. I mean, he probably didn't. He couldn't feel his feet.
Exactly. It's nuts.
Did anybody do the latex glove underneath the football gloves? I've heard that people have done that before.
Yeah, and I've actually done that before, and I've never.
Wouldn't do it again?
No, because it kind of slides. The gloves slide around a little bit more, I feel like.
You know what else I've heard people do? I forget. It was somebody that was in Seattle. Cayenne pepper in your socks. Have you ever heard of that? Apparently it heats up your feet. I don't know. That
sounds like an old wives' tale.
Doesn't it?
It does.
All the defensive players were layering on the Vaseline.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah. Vaseline at that point ain't working. Don't matter.
Did you sit on the heated benches?
Yeah, the heaters. The heaters were really the only thing. I made sure I kept them hammies warm, kept them glutes firing.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta stay loose as possible.
When the wind wasn't blowing versus when the wind was blowing, was it like?
It was
ridiculous.
So it was so cold you really didn't even
feel
notice.
It.
No.
Yeah, it was just cold.
At that point, it's just like, you're frozen.
You're in it.
Yeah, it was almost like it was so cold the wind just like never touched you. It just kept, just slid right past your icy face. It was nuts, man.
Well, let's get to some images from this. Let's for people that maybe didn't watch the game, let's get to some images to show just how cold it was. Here's a clip of a water bottle that froze in the middle of the game, I think.
Oh yeah, beers and
oh, I can't open up TikTok because I don't have TikTok.
Beers and water bottles. Beers and water bottles were freezing. I've seen a few clips.
Those mountains were blue, huh?
Which makes sense. It makes sense. You put a beer in -4 degree weather. Yeah.
It adds up.